Hello and welcome everybody to the Monday Rookie Series here at Paul Ricard. I hope everyone is having an amazing evening, afternoon, or night, wherever you are in this fine world. I'm Mike Nause here in the booth, and we already have a subscription being dropped. Roofless, thank you very much. Gifting 3 months in a row. Or gifted for 3 months. Thank you very much. And yes, hello Tropical Dragon, Jeremy Cubbage, Roofless, obviously. We got Blisket, Lizzie, everybody's already here. Provolone. The crowd is here early tonight, or today. As well, we are now hopping over into the qualifying session as it stands. We got a nice and long outlap here at Paul Ricard. Going to be about let me find the right layout, a 3.5 mile layout here at Paul Ricard. Of course, Paul Ricard, a track that has 15 corners, as well as, did I see, where did it go? I saw a really interesting statistic on Paul Ricard. It has 196 different layouts from anywhere from basically a couple kilometers to, or from a half kilometer all the way up to the current track that we're seeing at 3.5 miles. And we got Viper GT3, otherwise known as Aaron Miller, in chat as well. Welcome. Bigley. Thank you guys for being here, supporting us at Trackalicious here tonight. It's going to be a really exciting race. We have a ton of drivers on the grid right now as it stands. 40 different cars in this rookie race tonight. It's going to be a really thrilling race. I can assure you that. Currently, though, 20 minutes to go in qualifying till we move over into the actual race itself. It's going to be 2 races tonight. We're going to have 2 20-minute races as well as 2 20-minute qualifying sessions. So plenty of action to go for this extremely thrilling series. I will say, as I've always said and will continue to say, everybody's favorite series here. I think no one can deny it. And who knew a parking lot was so flexible? Yes, thank you, Fife. Yeah, Paul Ricard is a very, very flat track. Probably about maybe 1 meter of elevation change, if I had to guess, if that. Also, Laylee, welcome. Sage dropping a 5-month subscription, or 5 months in a row. Absolute legend, saying let's go. Absolutely love to see it. Thank you very much, David. Here to support your sister, I'm sure, tonight, who's currently sitting out in the pits, Lizzie Alisea. But as it stands, as I was saying, why don't we hop over into the session as we have some laps going on right now. So let's pop over, see what sort of times we're going to see. We head into the session now. Dan Brace is the driver we're currently following. Takes the yellow Bullard out without any mercy whatsoever. Oh my goodness. Roofless gifting a tier 1 subscription to Tropical the Dragon. Thank you very much, Dragon. Enjoy the emotes. Finished 60-minute GT3 hour race for it. Dang. I just got home from work like 20 minutes ago. Somehow managed to make the stream. I didn't think I was going to make it tonight, or at least on time, but we made it. But Tropical, how'd your race go? I'm very curious. Where was it at? And Moriko, bing bong, time to cause chaos. Let's not cause chaos, necessarily, at least intentionally. Thank you. Is that scoffed it? Oh, I broke that into different syllables. Scoffterine? So apologies for the butchering of that, but thank you very much for the follow, as well as the hydrate. We'll get a little hydrated. We got a Pepsi here today, no Monster. The Chaos Queen, uh-oh. And Tropical, you're driving over at Spa, awesome. I think that's one of the most popular tracks out there, one of my all-time favorite tracks, and I think I'm not alone in that. 1:30 a.m. for Tony Shoulders, oh my goodness. You UK people are insane. Boo Pepsi, look, I don't want to say it was, I didn't choose it necessarily. I mean, I did choose it, but, you know, I didn't buy it, so. One Bigley as well gifting a subscription to Morco VR. Thank you very much, Bigley. gifting a total of 17 subscriptions to the channel. Absolutely appreciate your support. You're amazing. And continuing the hype train as well. Special Chaos? Is that Chaos? I'm assuming that's Chaos. Okay, Special Chaos. Welcome. Welcome. We're currently seeing Dan Brace, our pole sitter, as it stands, a 2:04.3. Kevin Rivera in the Noobs R Us, the Puerto Rican driver, lined up right behind him, as well as Miles Sewell in the Maserati in third. 2:05.6 currently from Miles Sewell. Casey Schutte in the 511 Reckless Racing GT4, the not the Huntsman, excuse me. I was going to say literally just read the team name out. The 444 sitting in P4. It seems like he has claimed that spot more than once. And quite frankly, I'm all right with him there. It's a very fitting spot. Morco, thank you very much for the Cheer 100 as well. Some biddies, much appreciated. You're doing 7s/8s. Look, we all got to work up to it, you know. If I went, I almost guarantee I couldn't even do that on Paul Ricard right now. I haven't practiced this track in forever. Track with a 1.1 mile straight, as we're going to be flat out. Currently, Casey Schutte doing exactly that for an entire 1.1 miles. Heading at it, we're banging almost off the rev limiter, up to 267 kph there for the Aston Martin. Bit squirrely on the exit there, coming through the Mistral. I'm not going to try to pronounce that in French. My French is... everyone in chat knows how bad my accents are, and my French is very unpracticed, so we'll stay away from that one. Oh my goodness, Dan Brace, I think he binned it in Sector 1. Luckily, it's a test track, so plenty of runoff area to keep it out of the wall, but Dan Brace is human, everybody. He made a mistake. Wait till the Ginetta hits the track. Oh no, David. Oh, Lizzie is going to be listening to that for like over half a mile. She's going to be listening to just the rev limiter banging off of it. Oh, this is going to be... Who signed her up for the Ginetta? I'm just going to be honest. Also have Jeremy Cubbage, speaking of Noobs R Us drivers, Jeremy Cubbage, the Noobs R Us team principal / team owner / team boss / team driver, out on track right now, currently lapping at a 2:08.7. Ginetta is the GOAT. I'm not sure that is the right word. And yes, David, absolutely. That's a... yeah. I'm not going to make the sound on stream because that's absolutely going to be clipped if I do. So we'll just not do that. As we take a look here at Jason Provolone, it ain't easy being cheesy. As I always say, no, it most certainly is not. Currently sitting in 5th position, 1.5 seconds off the pole time. So, a little bit of work to do there for the Stinky Cheese Man. Waluigi. Sage, I'm going to need more than 50 bits to do it. That's for sure. Come on, you trying to bribe me with chump change there. Who do you think I am, David? How about $5? Look, we'll see when the money arrives. How about that? Who is that behind? That's Potts Weaver in the Superflow Motorsports. He's catching a really nice slipstream here. Sage. It's not... Gonna have to get up pretty early in the... Oh my goodness! Jason Provolone making a massive error, almost rejoining the track, but he yeets himself out of the way. K-Bet. Oh my goodness. What have I done? Padberg in chat. The young Patty, the baddie. The little Jakob. Redeeming a couple hydrates. Let's get some water here. I haven't drank enough water yet today. In fact, I don't think I've drank much water at all. That's a reminder to chat as well. Make sure you guys get topped up on that water. It's the fluid of life after all. Gotta love that water. And Rocco Gaming V. Welcome, V. Fife as well with the hydrate. Hydration is key. Bigly, you couldn't have summed it up any better. As well, we're already 9 minutes into the qualifying here, so that means that these white plates have had the virtual checkered flag fall. If they are to come across the line, they will no longer be able to start a lap. Any driver, though, that is on a lap currently will be able to finish it. Dan Brace, looking like he's going to hold that pole position quite strong here. It's going to take a bit of a miracle out of Kevin Rivera to gain an entire second through this final sector. He's about dead even with his delta on the back. And Jake. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, indeed. Kevin Rivera. Massive, massive shunt in qualifying. That's going to be the end there to his qualifying session. We have a few more drivers to come across the line yet. Casey Schutte looks like he'll be the next one. Jeremy coming up last in the white plates. Oh no. Just catching up with chat. There we go. We're all caught up now. We have the rookies out on track as well. Red plates are out and strong. Scott Sullivan. Gonna be our first driver out on track. Why don't we hop on board with him and see what he can manage to do here on lap 1 of Paul Ricard for the rookies, cutting over. Getting onto the racing line a little early, actually. I would recommend not, and I don't mean this to be rude at all. I would recommend not doing that, and the reason is you want to keep, especially on longer straights like this, you want to keep your steering wheel as straight as possible. That way you can, oh, excuse me, choking on my own words. That way you can carry your speed. When you turn the wheel like that, you actually bleed off quite a bit of speed on the straight. So Scott Sullivan with a bit of time to make up then in Sector 1 for sure. Coming through now into the twisty Virage du Camp. Nice and early on the throttle. Very decent rotation. Getting on it. Needs to get on the throttle. A little late there. AMG onto the Mistral straight now. This is where it's going to be flat out for 1.1 miles. We're going to hear that turbocharged AMG roar, because the GT4 is the turbocharged one, right? Not the GT3, chat. And Fife just signed up for this series to start the next event. Awesome. And a full onboard lap, David, for Lizzie. You got it. Just the straight. Don't worry, we'll get a full onboard with Lizzie. We'll get that after we finish up here with Scott Sullivan. Always like to give the first driver out an onboard lap. As we come into the Sector 3, this is where all of your time is made or lost here. So we have a minor correction on the steering wheel as we're coming through the apex now, dipping in through... Oh, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. I don't know French. But through DuPont, Virage DuPont onto the start-finish straight, and we're going to see Scott Sullivan. What sort of time can he put in here for his first lap as he comes across the line? It's going to be 4 seconds off of pole position, a 2:08.1. It's immediately beaten by Casey Swanseeger in the Noobs R Us. Only just, though, less than 1/10 of a second separating these two. Very tight margins. Seth Lincoln coming up in 3rd position for now. Why don't we take a look at Lizzie Alicea? Let's see what this Ginetta can do. Needs to be a little bit careful, or rather, I think that's Sapien, I'm assuming, behind. Ooh, a little deep into the first chicane. Yeah, Ricardo Sapien is gaining massively. Is that Ricardo Sapien? Who is that behind? It's Andy Oak, excuse me. Andy Oak is, unfortunately, I think that lap is going to be, yeah, he's backed off that lap completely at this point. Coming through Sector 1 now is Lizzie. Down into second, okay. And now getting on the throttle to crest one more apex. Oh, it's a little deep. Lumbering, actually, though, the Ginetta is like a go-kart. That thing turns on a dime, and now we're going to be, ooh, a little awkward onto the straight, but here we go. Get ready, folks, because we're going to be hitting the rev limiter. What is the speed going to be at? Are we going to get to 260? That's the question. No, we're definitely not going to get to 260. We're going to get to 239. All right, everybody, buckle in, because we got like a 0.8 of a mile to go. And thank you, Steve, for the Prime subscription. Much appreciated. Appreciate all the support from you guys. And yeah, we can now, our eardrums can rest again as the top speed is back to, we're off the limiter again. Oof, had to make a little bit of a short shift there for some extra rotation. Rocco Gaming V. That is so hard to say with Rockefeller Racing. That is just what my brain wants to say every time. But V, thank you very much for dropping the subscription. Lizzie Alisea, though, gonna be coming through Sector 3 now, rounding Virage Dupont. What sort of time are we going to see? She's managed to keep it valid so far. To the line we go. And it is going to be an improvement there. Up to 2:13.6 for Lizzie. Currently bottom of the time charts, but a lot of people invalidated their first lap here. This is a very tricky sector, Sector 1, to keep valid. This corner in particular here is so easy to cut that inside right there. Ooh. Benjamin Biddulph. Wow. Very, very high sensitivity on that wheel. Is Biddulph using a control? I feel like I've asked that question before. Oh my goodness, I can't watch that though. That hurts. That hurts my wrists. Okay, they're using a controller. Okay. That looks rather painful. And energy given there to Jason Nauber. Went to a Cup car race last night in Nashville. That's awesome. I'm going to be going to the drag races. I know it's not quite as exciting as watching Porsche Cups, I will admit. But I'll be going to the drag races. The NHRA drag race is coming up in July, so that'll be cool to see. Get to watch the fastest accelerating things on the planet. That's always fun. That is not what we are watching tonight, that is for sure. These GT4s, more close to road cars than they are anything else, I would say. But they're still quite quick. As we were seeing about 263 from Scott Sullivan here on the straight. That was on his first lap. We'll see him maybe hop back in or on an onboard to see what sort of times he can get with warm tires. Love to see a controller-only series. Well, roofless. We don't offer that, but our friends over at Box 3 Motorsports do, where they have console leagues. If anyone is on a console and looking to get into league racing, I'll just type it. We got ! Box 3 in chat. That's where you guys can find our friends over there. And they have some awesome controller leagues out on Xbox, I'm pretty sure. They have a very large scene over there. Oh no! Scott Sullivan loses it in Sector 1. That's going to be the end of Scott's qualifying. It's going to be a P3 at best for him. Oh no, that is absolutely catastrophic. We have Kevin Yu currently topping the time charts right now with a, what is that, 2:06.9. As well, Adam King not far behind, a 2:06.8, 1/10 the gain, and he's currently 4/10 up on his lap. What is the Camaro doing in terms of top speed? Also, Thomas Snoopy, sorry I missed your comment earlier. But yeah, welcome. Just forgot to say hello to you. Provolone redeeming a hydrate. Provolone, I know you got more channel points than that. When are you going to redeem the other thing? Oh, you went to the Cup series in NASCAR. My brain just saw Cup and thought Porsche. My bad. Sorry, V. That's awesome. So you got to watch some people driving in circles. There you go. Some very sophisticated racing, as I like to call it. Ooh, a little bit of understeer there for Adam King. Coming up on some traffic as well. Needs to not get distracted, but it's hard to not get distracted when the AMG is coming right back in front of you. Adam King gonna have to resign for third position as Savage has managed to take second position away for the red plates from Adam King. Adam King is gonna be furious after that. Not sure who that was, but that was not a great rejoin. Provolone, so okay, you can redeem it during that, that's fine. But I'm not wearing it during an enduro race, just so you know. I pick when we wear it. That's all right, guys. Remember what series we are watching here. We are watching the Rookie Series after all. It's a learning series, you know. Sometimes some things happen. That was just one of those unfortunate ones. And we're going to do a quick little relog before we... Just for reasons, that's all. We'll be back into the action. Get the grid rundown going here as we get ready for our 20 minutes here at Paul Ricard. Hop back into the session. There we go. Lovely. And get a decent camera angle. That's good enough. And let's get in here and let's meet our drivers. Assuming I can get an overlay. Why am I... I need to hit drive? That's why. There we go. Okay. We're fixed. Hot track. Ooh, 26:32. It's a very warm track here in France today. Let's get in here and let's meet our drivers, though, as we have a lot of drivers to meet. In fact, I think I've already ran out of time. But starting in P1, it's going to be another Alpine lockout. I think I've said that for almost every race so far, if not every. But we have an Alpine lockout. Dan Brace on the front row in the Ironman Alpine, the number 46, taking that from Kevin Rivera. Kevin Rivera going to be looking to contest that into the first corner. The Puerto Rican driver, 419, Noobs R Us representation. Miles Sewell taking row 2, the 503 AMG. Lined up next to Darren Thomas. Darren Thomas, the Hoonigan fan, the McLaren up in P4. Great result there for him. He's new, the rookie that is no longer a rookie. Potts Weaver going to be in 5th position here. Lined up next to Jason Provolone, the Cheeseman, in 6th. Luis Castro, 7th fastest. In the 212 Aston Martin. Casey Schutte, 8th fastest in the 444 Aston Martin. Professor Kanotis going to be in 9th overall. The 42 car. Paula Brady rounding out our top 10. She's going to be in that McLaren Lead Paw Racing. Lined up next to John Hawley in P11. George Elmer taking that 12th grid slot. In front of Miguel I know I've been told how to pronounce this one. It's a tough one. Miguel, sorry, I'll look again. Andy Oak taking the pole position there for the red plate drivers. Number 19 car lined up next to Kevin Yu. Number 95 there in P15. P2 in class. P3 in class goes to Joseph Savage. Number 89, Milos Tansky. P17 overall. Adam King going to be 18th fastest in the big ol' Camaro, the AKR. We have Mike Patrick in the AMG Black there. It's going to be Assbox on Twitch, of course. Go check him out, number 7 car. Daniel Versosa, the Brazilian driver in the QV Motorsports by BASF in P20, rounding out our top 20. Scott Sullivan in 24. I'm only halfway through the grid. We got to get going here, guys. Scott Sullivan in P21. Zane Bliskett, P22. Jacob Little in P23. Jeremy Cubbage, 24th fastest. Casey Swanseger, 25th. Bosworth in 26th. Ricardo Sapien, 27th fastest. Benjamin Biddulph in 28th. Caleb Dimmock, 29th fastest, lined up next to Seth Lincoln in 30th. Stephen Music in P31. Jason Naubert in P32. Tony Shoulders, P33. Lizzie Alisea, 34th fastest. Omar Schrapp in P35. Ryan Brown in P36. Eric Wolf in P37. Jason Good in P38. Wilson Fernandez, P39. And Alex Ishii starting in the pits. Yeah, that was a little bit slower than I wanted. Apologize to the second half of the grid there. You guys got a brief mentioning. Wait, Andy Oak should not be a red plate. Eric, that sounds like a you problem. Ismail Kobus in chat as well. Welcome. Now I got to catch back up with chat again. That was a really long grid rundown. Some energy there given to Lizzie Alisea. Did I just call a Mozzie an AMG? Did I call? Okay, well, I was looking at the cars. My bad. I must have. No race on the 3rd. No, there is no race on the 3rd. Next week on Monday, we will have the night or the weekend off due to Independence Day and Canada Day. Independence Day for America, and then Canada Day for Canada. And yes, the Hoonigan livery is here this week. I did work that out with them. That's very glad to see. Brady did have a really good qualifying result. I will say she's been having some really nice qualifyings as of late. Her race results haven't quite translated, I will say. Unfortunately, she's just got maybe a little unlucky, but definitely improving in terms of speed, no doubt. And America. We do have some American representation on the grid tonight. Kevin Yu, number 95 car, representing America in the Camaro. That is how you pronounce it, by the way. I've checked. Also have Zane Bliskett, another Camaro driver. Excuse me, Camaro. Quite the long outlap here at Paul Ricard. 3.5 miles, and most of it is driving in a straight line. So the driver's going to have some pretty cold tires and pretty cold brakes coming into T1. Let's hope they're aware of that. T1, a very tight chicane. Concertina effect is extremely strong here. Quite a bit of runoff area, so if there is a massive group, you can take to the runoff. The Ginetta is going to get absolutely gobbled up on the straight, yes. Hiltz, I didn't have my camera on, you missed it, but yeah, obviously. The drivers, though, lining up 2x2, Noah's Ark formation, getting ready to go green here. It's going to be Dan Brace on pole position, lined up next to Kevin Rivera. I'm Mike Nause in the booth. We're here at Paul Ricard, 3.5 miles. 15 corners, and we are green heading now into T1, and it's an incredible start for the Noobs RS driver, Kevin Rivera. The second stage, though, he does have to give it up. Dan Brace, absolutely magnificent at the starts. Miles Sewell, though, contesting onto the outside in the Maserati. Down the inside goes Kevin Rivera, making the challenge into T1. Dan Brace giving him plenty of room. He lunges, though, deep into the next corner. Dan Brace holding the position off Kevin Rivera, trying to take it. We see 3 wide action from behind Jason Provolone under some massive pressure from Luis Castro and Casey Schutte. Those two wide going into the first sector, and they need to settle and decide who's ahead here, that's for sure. because this first sector going to be tight, windy, twisty, especially into this hairpin, and it looks like the Aston Martin is going to take, they're both Aston Martins, it looks like Casey Schutte is going to take the advantage there. As we now approach the Mistral Straight, this is where we're going to see the slipstream battles now beginning. Everybody nip and tuck, just trying to get any advantage they can. We have Kevin Yu still in the front for the red plates. Adam King in second and Joseph Savage in third for the red plates. What happened with, just taking a look. I feel like I'm missing someone but anyways, we're 3 wide up ahead of us here. Coming into the back now. Oh my goodness, I went way too far ahead. Oh, come on. Just click on the right battle. We have George Elmer, Kenotis, and John Hawley all involved with this. Oh, there's contact between the Camaro. John Hawley, Kevin Yu and Adam King, the 2 Camaros making contact. There is no American love shown here. But we are under full green flag conditions here. I think everybody mostly unscathed through the first lap. He nudged him straight. How nice. Yeah, definitely. How nice. That's what I was thinking. John Hawley trying to make the move here onto Adam King. Oh, he's going to try to take the outside line into the chicane. Nope, never mind. He's just way too deep. In fact, that's going to put him under immediate pressure from the other Camaro behind. We're going to see Kevin Yu on the outside for the first part of the corner here, but we're going to quickly tuck back to the inside. Kevin Yu is going to have the advantage, and he looks like he's got it done. They almost make contact. John Hawley in just enough space. Kevin Yu not giving him any more room than he has to, and also there, as a result, John Hawley washes wide into the next corner. He is really struggling. Milos Tansky has managed to get by as well. Joseph Savage under threat from Jeremy Cubbage onto the Mistral Straight, but Jeremy Cubbage getting undercut there from Daniel Versosa. We're going to see BMW versus Aston Martin here, down the Mistral Straight. 1.1 miles of flat-out action here. Tucking out of the slipstream, Daniel Versosa with the overspeed, looks like to get the job done potentially. He's going to have the outside line, but he is fully ahead now. Jeremy Cubbage tucked now into the slipstream. Are we going to see a switch back for position? We might see some 3 wide action up in front as there's contact now as we see the AMG going flying off. That was Milos Tansky. There's big damage there for Milos Tansky. We need to go back and see that one again as we pick up the replay here. Side-by-side action, the Camaro and the AMG. The AMG is well behind. Coming into the bend at the Mistral, and oh my goodness. Really hard to see, or really hard to tell who was at fault for that one, or if that was just a racing incident. And back to the pits, unfortunately, goes Milos Tansky. Puts him straight down to the bottom of the field. Oh no, yellow flag for Ryan Brown as there's an Audi off into the gravel. What's happened here? Was there contact? Going back and checking it. That's the 88 of... Who is that? Oh my goodness, what the heck? I looked away for a quarter. What is happening on the screen? There's so much... What? There's like 3 things that happen simultaneously. All right, we're going to go back and see that one again. What has managed to unfold here? So we have the Porsche spinning into the Audi, as well as the Camaro and the AMG making contact behind. All right. A little bit of chaos going on, yeah, just a bit. Oh no, and now Tony Shoulders is spinning. Okay. Seems like anyone I switch to is just going off track now. Gotta switch to someone though. Seth Lincoln, we see this battle coming underway here. Ricardo Sapien in the QV Motorsports by, I forgot who, BASF. You're the Chaos Queen. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you called it. You called it. I can't deny that. This has been quite the chaotic race. We see the overspeed for the BMW and the squeeze from the AMG. The BMW, though, fully ahead, as well as Seth Lincoln now with Wilson Fernandez on the inside. That's the 88 there, the vacuum. Oh, way too deep, though, goes the BMW. That's going to be all of his speed gone coming into it, and that's going to give the position there to Wilson Fernandez as well as Seth Lincoln, and they make contact off just a bit. Some serious bumping and banging tonight, as I thought I saw a car there off onto the escape road. Wait a second, I do. Who is that? It's a car going slow. It's Ricardo or that's Bosworth. What has happened to Bosworth? Oh, let's not go back to 40. As Bosworth here just washing extremely wide into, oh my goodness, and then forgetting to slow down for the next part of the corner as well. The Boz, yeah. The Boz, classic Boz. And thank you. Oh man, thank you, Yodi Goat, for the follow. Seth Lincoln, oh my goodness, some serious scrapping here between Ricardo Sapien and Seth Lincoln. I think some elbows out action. Commentary is Amish? Yeah, yes. Viper GT3, what are you doing? Oh, you're on vacation, that's right. Forgot about that. I'm like, what the heck? What are you doing not in the race? Did you crash? No, you didn't crash yet. You didn't have the opportunity. I hope your vacation's going well, Aaron. Here's the move from the BMW of Joseph Savage. As you can see, the basically slipstream train, or DRS train is, you know, in F1 terms, but just the train of cars, nobody can really get by officially. Oh my goodness, careful guys, as we're now 3 abreast, and it's gonna go really tight coming into sector 3. Oh my goodness, how did they not make contact? We still might. Jason Provolone keeping that inside line tight. Oh my goodness, incredible driving from the 4 of these drivers here. That was extremely impressive fight. Hats off. I really thought they were going to make contact. But no. Absolutely incredible driving there from the 4 of them. Oh, and now we see Daniel Versosa under pressure from Mike Patrick. Got the AMG Black. My dream car is the SLS Black. So, I do love this livery for Mike Patrick, I will admit. Lizzie, update when you can. Yes, sorry. There's just been so much stuff happening. It's insane. Speaking of, okay, we'll check back into that a little bit. We have Jason Nauber, the other Noobs R Us Junior car, sitting down in P26. We also have Alex Ishii and Scott Sullivan battling. What has happened to Scott Sullivan? Unfortunately missed that. He must have made contact early on. Lizzie Alicea, she is hanging on there for 36th position and catching Omar Ashraf, it looks like. Last lap, 3 seconds a lap faster than Omar. Omar taking to the escape road there. Joker line as his teammate goes by. Oh, and Tony Shoulders taking out the Bullard with absolutely no remorse as he goes side by side with Milos Tansky, who's on a different lap. We have Eric Wolf here in the Wolf Motorsport chasing down Alex Ishii as well. But back to the scrapping. This is where the eyes need to go right now. As you can see just how aggressive these guys are getting. It's 10 minutes to go. We're just hitting the halfway mark. And it's a knife fight in a phone booth here. We have Astazar. I need to look. I have a breakdown pronunciation on this. Just give me a second. But Miguel with a drive-through penalty, or yes, a drive-through penalty picked up presumably to track limits. Let's see. It is Aste Azaron. Aste Azaron. There we go. That's how you say it. Aste Azaron. Yes, Aste Azaron. Miguel Aste Azaron. Any Spanish speakers that can make sure that I'm right on that one, please? That would be lovely. But Jason Provolone, oh my goodness. Is there a little bumping there? Kevin Yu. I think getting a little shove through the chicane potentially, and maybe just Provolone hitting the brakes or lifting off. But Provolone has to yield that position there to Kevin Yu. Mike Patrick, with all of this battling, is caught up now, and 1 second is the gap to Jason Provolone. If they keep this scrapping up, they're going to come under threat from this massive pack of cars backed up to Casey Swanseeger here. Yeah, Moriko. I will say, this league in general has just offered some of the best racing I've seen out of any of our leagues, which is insane, because it's a rookie league. Ryan Brown finding the what happens when you go slightly too hard onto the throttle. Audi pitching the wrong way. Stop go 30, unfortunately, there for Miguel. Aste Azaron. So, Aste Azaron there. Definitely, well, not the greatest race at this point. Also, David, am I pronouncing that right? I need your approval. Maybe it's the best racing because it's the least sweaty. I do think that has something to do with it, bigly. The fact that this is an unstewarded league and people are, like, forced to report themselves, one, makes you a lot less, I don't know. I feel like you care more if you have to report yourself rather than if someone else just reports you and it's like, okay, whatever, I got a penalty. Guess I'll just serve it. It's like, nah, now I gotta write out an apology and say why I'm wrong? What am I trying to say? Ooh, aye. Almost a little bit of contact there for Naubert and Pottsweaver. Miguel here. Miguel Aste Azaron? Is that how you say that, David? The Mexican driver here, serving his drive-through penalty. Yeah, as in yes, I'm wrong, or pretty good. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought, yeah. You know, Eric, I wasn't going to say it. It's, no, okay, thank you, Hiltz. You're very, very helpful. And Lucas Lichten, how's it going? That is another thing I will say. I'm not sure if that was the point you were making, but people in this league tend to not care about setups, so everybody's on a fairly balanced field when it comes to setups. Everyone's like, I'll just run the basic aggressive and make it work for me. I don't know, that's what I do at least. Some people have go setups and, you know, but... Oh, man, there's been contact. Eric Wolf. Oh, what the? Lizzie Alisea. No, what has happened there? There's been contact. Been big contact. What is... Okay, let's follow along with Lizzie here. Did she just get distracted? I think she got distracted, to be honest. Oh, nope. Oh, and just hitting the corner of the barrier right where the tires are. Lizzie, too much curb. Wasn't even a distraction. And some support there for number 28. Jason Naubert here with a ton of support in chat. The Noobs R Us Junior driver, number 28 out there. Canadian. Why don't we take a look at this livery? This is a livery I don't think I've taken a look at. It's a Jeremy Cubbage special. The Noobs Academy driver. Of course, Noobs R Us, a little bit of a split off from our rookie series, as well as the Trackalicious community. basically welcoming new and experienced drivers alike, but they go over the fundamentals of driving and how to improve and whatnot. Oh, I thought I was on the I went on the wrong side of the car. That's okay. And you're absolutely right, Eric. I am putting way not enough credit on how much effort they put in. That is why these guys are so good. I think when it comes to setups, though, people are a little bit more lax than other drivers. Is more what I was... that came out wrong. You're absolutely right. That came out completely wrong. They're more lax than the competitive GT3 drivers, I would say, in terms of their setups. But in terms of hours practice, some of these guys are putting in more hours. Most of them are putting in more hours than the experienced GT3 guys, just to get that, you know, track time, to get the experience. And we see the blinker being thrown from Blisket, allowing Potts Weaver to go by, saying, "I'm not going to fight you. I know who I'm racing here." Well, it doesn't seem like, yeah, okay, he does back out of that. Zane Blisket, like I say, very respectful there, using his blinker to show. I think Eric hit it right on the head, unfortunately. It isn't a certain level of entitlement when you get quicker, I feel. Maybe not completely. I don't think that's everything to do with it. But it is fascinating just how intense the racing is here in the Rookie League compared to other leagues. Drive-through penalty picked up for Jason Provolone. The stinky cheese man has expanded his track limits beyond where he needs to and is serving a penalty as a result. Andy Oak here trying to get by Jason Nauber. Got a bit of work to do. They cut the cheese. They cut more than the cheese hits. They cut the track. They broke the rules. There's nothing against cutting the cheese in your car. Everybody can pass gas. It's all good. Side by side, though, into the first chicane we go. And Andy Oak losing out to Nauber and immediately under threat from Alex Ishii. Your crew doesn't approve. That's what you're paying him for. It's fine. Scott Sullivan here. Down in P29. He's down 8 positions from where he started, unfortunately. Scott Sullivan shown some really good results in the past few races. This time around, though, gonna have to be looking forward to race 2, that's for sure. Jason Provolone getting by Milos Tansky, who's also going to be looking forward to next race. He is on a different lap from these guys. You got so much racing ahead of you for the next year. You know? That's awesome, though. Oh, there's massive contact. Andy Oak, Alex Ishii, as well as Jason Nauber. All 3 of them caught up in the collision there. How did that happen? Everything was going so well. It was 1 lap to go, guys. Nope, not Provolone. Oh, and Alex Ishii maybe... that camera angle did not do it justice, that's for sure. That was tough. That was tough. There's no doubt about that. On the final lap, too, you just hate to see it. Wilson Fernandez in the Vacuum Racing up to P14. I think he started at the back of the grid, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. Yeah. Yep, Wilson Fernandez started in P39, up 25 positions. Wilson Fernandez is a very fast driver, I will say. Oh, you're saying real life racing. All right. Wait, autocross. Are you saying like real life autocross? I'm gonna go skydiving next weekend again. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, IRL. Okay, okay. Let's finish off this Sector 3 with Dan Brace here. Dan Brace, our race leader. He has led since qualifying. All the way to the Alpine. Rounding the final corner. Through he goes onto the start-finish straight. Through Virage Dupont. To cross the line. It's going to be a race victory in race 1 here for Dan Brace. But don't go anywhere, people. There's still going to be another race after this. Kevin Rivera to cross the line. Second position. Alpine 1-2. Miles Sewell in the Maserati. Won't get that one wrong this time. In P3. Darren Thomas in the Hoonigan fan livery. We'll have to check that livery out next race. Coming across the line. Fourth position, Paula Brady. I know I said it before this race that Paula Brady hasn't had the race results that she's been looking for, but my goodness, fifth position for Paula Brady. Excellent job from the Lead Paw Racing Canadian there. Casey Schutte going to be in sixth position. Luis Castro, he's got a ways to go. Oh, he's already come across the line. Never mind. But in P7, George Elmer, 8th position, Adam King in 9th, and Professor Cronotis to round out our top 10. In terms of overalls, let's take a look at the rookies. Adam King taking first position in the rookie class, followed up by Joseph Savage in second. Kevin Yu in the Camaro taking third. It's going to be 2 Camaros on the podium. And is the G29 good enough to compete? Currently saving money? Absolutely. The G29 is good enough to compete. It's all about preference. People are driving on budget wheels that are not even close to that. So, no, a G29 is 100% competitive. It's just about getting the track time. And Kevin Rivera uses a G29. He got second place. So, yes, the G29, very, very competitive. Absolutely. It's not about the equipment that you have, it's about how you use it. Lizzie Alicea here. Gonna make it to the line. Not showroom condition. Definitely wouldn't pass in a wind tunnel. But to come across the line, it's going to be P36 for the damaged Janetta at the very end. Lizzie Alicea. Final one to cross the line. Yeah, and a controller, exactly. There's plenty of drivers that use controllers. It has nothing to do with the equipment. So if anyone out there is, intimidated, because I know that one person sending a message like that, there's probably more than one of you guys out there. But if you guys are interested in getting just some track time in terms of rookie, or if you are a rookie and interested in getting on the track, this league is the perfect one for you. We will not be racing next week, but we will be back on track 2 weeks from now, after the 4th of July weekend. And Wilson, did I get your fight with you? Yes, I did. Wilson, you made it up 25 positions or something like that? That's kind of insane. I mean, I know you started at the back of the grid, but my goodness. Can't even pass your LFM license? Well, that sounds like a perfect way for you to be in the Rookie League. Like I say, the Rookie League, we have people from 0 skill experience all the way up to actually somewhat, semi-pro drivers, so. You're not seeing where to register for the Rookie Series? Well, let me get it up for you. We can go to SimGrid here in chat. And if you do pull up the SimGrid link, it's going to be our GT4 Summer Rookie League. It's going to be, I think, the first one it should be when you click the SimGrid link. As well as that, we do have our multi-class special coming up. That's going to be a rookie and pro driver as well. It's going to be on a Sunday, coming up on July 9th at Paul Ricard. Once again, it's going to be Porsche Cup. The pro drivers are going to be out in Porsche Cups, Ferrari Challenge, and Lamborghini Super Trofeos, and the rookies are going to be in GT4 cars. It's going to be a 70-minute race, 1 mandatory pit stop, mandatory refuel, optional tires. So that's going to be a thriller here at Paul Ricard once again. Started from 39th and was P23 on lap 3. My goodness. Absolute animal. The Brazilian Bullet. And Shadow, how do you join Rookie League? Basically, like I say, click on the SimGrid link and follow the GT4. So yes, you will need the GT4 DLC. And I will say one thing. The GT4s are much easier to drive. They don't rely on the invisible mumbo-jumbo that you see with GT3 cars, all that, you know, downforce and stuff. These things are all about suspension, raw mechanical grip, and pure skill, and it really hones your driving ability and gets it to be where you can be very competitive and transfer over into a GT3 extremely quickly. And in terms of our next week's race, let me see where that's at, because you might need a DLC for the track. Let me just double check, though. It's going to be Valencia, so yes, you will need the newest DLC then. The one that came with the 296 and the 488. No, not 488, excuse me. The 296 and the 992. You'll need that DLC that comes with Valencia, I'm pretty sure. So that will be needed for not next week, the week after, though. I think Zandvoort might be base game. Nürburgring, I think, is base game, and Imola isn't. I think Imola is Intercontinental. So the DLCs, though, I will say, in terms of Assetto Corsa Competizione, if you pick them up on sale, they're definitely worth it, even at base price. You'll get the Zandia's base game. Okay. So Zandvoort is going to be base, but other than that, I think the rest are Intercontinental and something else. So yeah, you're going to need the track DLCs as well as the GT4 DLCs, but you're only going to need the track DLC if we are on that DLC track. So you will need the GT4s. That is the bare minimum you need for the league. I'm doing a poor job of explaining that, I think, but hopefully that's clear. Clear enough. We're going to see the first lap set here of qualifying 2 by Kevin Rivera, the Noobs R Us driver, to come across the line. We were seeing 203s and 204s earlier. It's a 205.1 from Kevin Rivera. Let's take a look at the track temp. Same temp, so relatively similar conditions. We already see rookie drivers queuing up, getting ready. There's 5 minutes to go. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it, is just get the DLCs when they're on sale, as well as I think like Steam Keys has it for extremely cheap. You can find the Assetto Corsa Competizione DLCs when they're not on base price. They're very, very cheap. And Lizzie signed up for the special event. Awesome. You should be able to grab them all in one go. Yeah, a lot of them were 60%. I guarantee if you... oh, bills. Never mind. It's not about the fact that you... yeah, I'm with you now. No worries, man. The Rookie League, I will say, this is one that we try to keep rolling because it's definitely our most popular league. So if you do end up missing the summer rookies, there will be another time around, but there's plenty of time. We're not going anywhere. We got a 2-week break coming up, so... Yeah, I would probably recommend not getting it on Steam if you're comfortable with that sort of thing. If you're comfortable using non-Steam ways to buy, I'd recommend it there. That's where you're going to find it the cheapest, at least. Probably shouldn't be saying that considering I'm commentating ACC, but you know. Gotta hook a homie up, right? Or something like that. Are rookies on often? We're on mostly once a week. Pretty much, every Monday is what we're typically scheduled for, barring holidays or, you know, if the season ends, there's going to be an off week or two. Oh, it's 60% off on Steam. Well, there you go. If anyone is interested in getting the DLCs, then 60% off on Steam. That's a pretty good deal. Hey, Moriko will love to see you when you get here. Oh no, Shadow got an advert. Mike Patrick to cross the line there. He's going to be down in 9th position. 2:06.0 for Mike Patrick in the AMG Black. Dan Brace trying to improve on his time even more. He's currently half a second up on Kevin Rivera. Kevin Rivera's 0.3 up, though, on his lap. What's this Alpine's top speed? I'm curious. 250, 261? 261. Wow, Alpine's really quick. That thing's got like a little 4-banger in it, doesn't it? I think that thing is a turbocharged 4-cylinder or something. Very tiny engine. And that thing is getting up to the same speed as the AMG, which has a twin turbo 4.0 in it, I think, or something like that. I'm close. Might be a 5.0. I think it's a 4 point something, though. Last autocross is in late August. Dude, autocross is fun, man. Real life racing, there's nothing like it, I will say. I've been doing some karting lately, not competitively or anything, just, you know, more fun karting in some leagues and stuff. And I love it. It's racing in general is incredible. Kilowatt, welcome. I see Area 52 and Cordo Racing School. Yeah. Haven't really done much with Area 52 recently. That is one community. If there are any Area 52 members out there. Yeah, Kilowatt, I don't know. That's actually a great question. Moriko, I know exactly what you mean. I've been racing quads and motorcycles since I was 3 years old, so yeah, the sim definitely translates about 80%, I would say. But in terms of feel, there's just a couple things, though, that you miss. The senses, the smells, the tastes. Which order do you suggest you grab those? Okay. So, I think what order you should grab them in is the order of the races you want to compete. I would look up when you're available to join. If you are interested in the Rookie League, for example, I'd look at what race you're available for, and that's the DLC I would start with, personally. Because every DLC pack is good. That is the one thing about Assetto Corsa. All of the DLCs are totally worth it. Minus maybe the British one. That one kind of was maybe a little bit lacking, but, you know, it's still kind of worth it. But I would definitely start with a GT4 pack, because I just realized that was on there. If the GT4 pack is where you should start, that way you can get some lap time. Because you don't need to DLCs just to drive the car. You can go, you know, pop onto Silverstone, you can drive there, you can, I mean, you know, any of the base game tracks, and just get the feel with the car. Because if you can get the feel with the car, it'll translate to any track as soon as you learn it. And back to the qualifying session. I haven't mentioned much of it. We have Dan Brace taking pole, Kevin Rivera in second, Wilson Fernandez in third. We now have our rookie plate drivers out on track. Is Jacob Little the first one out on track? I think so. George Elmer going to be the final one to complete a lap for the white plate drivers. You don't race on winter tires. I have never done that either, but that would be fun. And George Elmer, that's going to be that for him. Comes into the pits practicing his pit entry. Why don't we hop on here with the Vanderlei Racing AMG. Number 74 here of Jacob Little. I know Jacob Little's got some fans in chat. Oops. And I switched off of him. Coming now into the first corner. We're going to be looking for the braking marker off to the right-hand side of the track. Coming into S. de la Vatti. It's a very boring corner name, I'm going to be honest. And now coming through the twisty bits of Sector 1. This is all about this corner here, preparing your exit. The getting onto the Mistral Straight all starts here. This is where you're trying to just basically compromise your apex onto the straight rear end, wanting to step out. Oh my goodness. A little too much throttle there for Jacob Little. But now coming on to the Mistral Straight, we saw top speed of 263 from the AMG from the likes of, who was it? Casey Schutte? I think it was Casey Schutte that we were seeing pull a 263. Where is Jacob Little going to end up? Up to 261, 2, 3, and that's it. All right. 263 once more, running a very similar setup then to the other drivers. AMG there. Maybe the fastest car in the straight line? I don't know. It's a really good... I'm trying to find out. It's kind of why I do that. Oh. Yeah, the right tires. Though, I mean, people always think it's all about power, you know. More power means more speed, but you got to be able to drive the right, you know, conditions. You know, the worst part is I have a speed trap in ACC TV. It just doesn't work. Or it does, but I don't understand it, to be honest. I don't think it works. Because I've tried to get it to, but it's just not right, ever. Jacob Little, though, 2:07.2 for his first lap. Puts him in pole position quite strongly. I say that. He's only 5 thousandths ahead of Zane Blisket. Some very, very fine margins there between P19 and P20, P1 and P2 there of the red plates. Casey Swanseger up to third position. Number 84 driver. Ricardo Sapien currently in a sandwich of red plates. Scott Sullivan in P23 as it stands. The Miata, yeah. No, it's, you know, skill and, well, I mean, just having the proper equipment really makes the difference. Doc Milwee, welcome. You're in time for race 2 here. We're currently down to the end of the qualifying, just about at least. We have Dan Brace on pole position, Kevin Rivera in second, Wilson Fernandez in third. Currently, though, watching the red plate drivers run. Kevin Yu taking that pole position in the Camaro. Jacob Little going to be in second as it stands after that first lap he set, managing to hold strong. Zane Blisket, 21st, still 5 thousandths off the time there of Jacob Little. Any improvement here will make the position up. Although we're coming through Sector 3, we are gaining massively as we come onto the start-finish straight. That was very good. Coming on to the checker, or the, not checker flag yet, but crossing the line, it's going to be an improvement over Daniel Versosa even, 2:07.0 to beat there for Jacob Little. 8 tenths to improve. Provolone, redeeming a hydrate. Great idea. That is my Pepsi done and over with. Used to do tracks with a, oh my goodness, hilts. gotta I always say, the people that ride motorcycles, especially the people that ride motorcycles at higher level, MotoGP, for example, Moto3, any of those, you know, so even super bikes, those guys are the equivalent of the modern day gladiators. They're the people that go into the Coliseum, they battle lions, they battle tigers, they battle bears, oh my. And that's how I look at them. Because the only thing here in these cars, you know, we got that nice, lovely roll cage and the, you know, roof of the car and seat belts. In a motorcycle, you have your, you know, meaty flesh sack that is your skin, as well as a little bit of leather, protecting you from, well, your innards being, you know, on the track. So, yeah, if those guys aren't the gladiators, I don't know who is. The Isle of Man drivers are gods among us. Yes, did anyone see the new, I've forgotten the name, I'm sorry, but the new lap record that was set at Isle of Man? Watching that onboard, I nearly wet myself. It was insane. And I think it was on a BMW, what is that, 1000 or the, I don't remember what it's called, but absolutely mad. With a literal, yes, yep, exactly, yeah, 200 miles an hour, yeah, no, I don't get it. Those people are just built different. It was Michael Dunlop, was it? I don't think it, that name doesn't sound familiar. Now I need to look it up. It was Peter Hickman. There we go. Yeah, of course it was Peter Hickman. The man has set like 4 or 5 different, maybe 6 different records there. Averaging, and I know, yes, we're watching cars, people. I know. We'll get back to cars. Yeah, Peter Hickman managed to average 136 miles an hour over, what, 27 miles? Is that how long the Isle of Man TT is? But yeah, just on average roads, on, you know, roads that people drive on. Yeah, just madness. I think that's the best way to sum it up. But yeah, back to the actual thing that we're watching here. You know, we got 4 wheels tonight. Kevin Yu sitting on pole position here in front of Joseph Savage, the number 89 BMW with a good result. Adam King in 3rd, Zane Blisket in 4th. The top 3 have all sent their way back to the pits. Actually, Kevin Yu is still out on track. Zane Blisket, though, looks like he isn't going to be, or they aren't going to be improving on their time, unfortunately. 3/10 down coming into the 3rd sector. We're looking for improvements for anybody. Eric Wolf, he's about 6/10 up coming onto the Mistral straight, so keep an eye on him in Sector 3. Casey Swanseger's just lost a load of time. I think he just lost 4/10 through that corner in Sector 3. Oh, man. I mean, race cars are cool, too. Yeah, I know, right? They're the thing that we're here for. I forgot about that, yeah. Ollie's gonna get swallowed up. Got 5 McLarens. Oh, my. Yeah, Moriko, I don't know much about Pikes Peak. It's sad since they paved the... Hiltz, what are you talking about? Oh, it's sad that people stop driving off the mountain every day. So it's so sad. Man, they paved it for a reason. Traction is a good thing. Bosworth to come across the line with a 1-second improvement there, up to P32 overall. It's a good result there for Bosworth, very respectable. As Yalisea comes across the line, it's going to be 38th for her. 2:12.2. I think that was the same time she had last lap. Very consistent. Got Jason Nauber to come across the line. Final one. No improvement gained. It's going to be P33. 2:08.8. And now they just drive off the mountain faster. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. It's sort of a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing, I suppose. Oh my goodness. Also, PitLink has decided to have an update. So sorry for that. Okay. the pit wall is back up. Apologies for anyone who was interested in the pit wall. Exclamation mark pit wall in chat. You'll be able to see that now. But we got to get into this grid rundown here, or we're going to run out of time again, because I'm getting sidetracked. So let's meet our drivers here before we, run out of time. Getting the music rolling here. As starting in pole position, Dan Brace, number 46 Alpine. It's another Alpine lockout. Kevin Rivera, second fastest. Wilson Fernandez is going to be in third, the Vacuum Racing Brazilian. Miles Sewell, the 503 AMG in P4. Jason Provolone going to be fifth fastest, followed up by Casey Schutte in sixth. Luis Castro in seventh. Miguel Astas... Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry. Asteraz... Oh, my goodness. Asteazaron. Miguel Asteazaron in P8, followed up by Pottsweaver in P9. John Hawley, 10th fastest in a cloud of McLarens. My goodness, he does have 5 McLarens around him. Darren Thomas and the Hoonigan fan in P11. George Elmer, 12th fastest, followed up by Paula Brady in P13. Mike Patrick, the AMG Black in P14, followed up by Kevin Yu in P15. Joseph Savage, 16th fastest, the Canadian driver, followed up by Adam King in pole position, Kevin Yu in pole position, followed by Joseph Savage and Adam King. That's our top 3 for the rookies. 4th place for the rookies is Zane Blisket, followed up by Professor Kenotis in P19. To round out our top 20 is going to be Milos Tansky, the 411 car, followed up by Jeremy Cubbage in P21. Jacob Little, 22nd fastest, the number 74 car, followed up by Daniel Versosa, the QV Motorsport by BASF Brazilian driver. Casey Swanseeger, the American, in P24. Stephen Music, going to be 25th fastest. Benjamin Biddulph, the British boy, in P26. Scott Sullivan, 27th fastest, followed up by Ricardo Sapien, the Mexican driver, in P28. Ryan Brown, going to be 29th fastest, followed up by Andy Oak to round out our top 30. Jason Goodman, going to be 31st fastest, followed up by Bosworth in P32. Jason Nauber, 33rd fastest, followed up by Alex Ishii, the number 8 car, in P34. Seth Lincoln in 35th, the 101 AMG Class and Gas, followed up by Caleb Dimmock in the Alpine. Eric Wolf in Wolf Motorsports, the number 97, going to be starting there in P37. Lizzie Alicea, the Puerto Rican driver, in P38 in the Ginetta. And last but not least, bringing up the rear is going to be the Miles AFF It of Tony Shoulders. As the leader is now underway to start our 3.5 mile outlap here at Paul Ricard for the final time tonight. The calm before the storm. Hey, Shadow. Looking forward to having you in the lead. Oh, Kevin, thank you. Asteazaron. Asteazaron. Ah! It's T. I got it. Asteazaron. I genuinely do apologize, Miguel. That is a tough name, though, for an American speaker. I'm just catching up on chat. Sorry, guys, for the silence. Awesome. Okay, we're all caught up. We're not green yet, Sage. Almost there. We got about 1.1 miles of Mistral straight, followed up by a little bit more track to go before we're under green flag conditions once again. Thank you. I am Lando Smith. Wait, I'm Landon Smith for the follow. So how do you get higher than rookie rank? I understand. So basically, SimGrid's ranking system isn't really a quote-unquote ranking system. At least we don't use that here at Trackalicious for our ranking system. It's all about, honestly, it's really all in the honor system, and you place yourself where you're comfortable, you know? If you're a rookie, you should probably place yourself in the rookies. We've had a couple people that came in that, were returning sim drivers, for example. They maybe had 500 hours in the sim and decided to go play different games and came back and then sign up as a rookie, cough, cough, Darren Thomas here, and then decided to win the race just about. You remember that you're not a rookie after all. So it's all in the honor system. But, you know, at the end of the day, all these races are just for fun. So really, we're just here to have a good time. But how do you get better than rookie? The honest answer is you drive. It's the short and sweet one at the very least. Oh yeah, here you can go from this league to IMSA and LMP3. You know, I've heard a couple drivers have done that. Maybe one, two, no wait, no, none have, never mind, excuse me. Fake rookies. Yeah. You know, it's, like I say, it's all for fun here at the end of the day. I do want to check out Darren Thomas's livery, though. Last week, I unfortunately didn't have it installed. We had a little bit of an issue there. But look at this. Talk about American liveries. I know it's on a British car, but come on. The only thing that would make this more American would be this eagle here eating a wheel of cheese. That would be the most American thing I would have seen today if that's the case. We see these drivers now getting ready as we have approached the end of our lap here. We're going to be going 2x2 Noah's Ark formation. Dan Brace starting off on pole position, lined up next to Kevin Rivera. I'm Mike Nause in the booth. We're ready for race 2 here of the Monday Rookies at Paul Ricard. It's 20 minutes on the clock. The drivers are eager to get underway as the red lights sit, and we go green here at Paul Ricard, and it's going to be another smashing start from Dan Brace. He has these starts down at this point. We did see Kevin Rivera last time tuck into the slipstream and then go for the inside move, though. Not this time. Dan Brace has it covered. We do see Miles Sewell on the outside. The AOG. Whoa, 4 wide coming into the chicane. There's contact. Paula Brady is off. We see the McLaren's round. It's a McLaren catastrophe. What has happened there? Most people are through, though. I think actually the car got righted. That was Zane Blisket. Or no, that was Potts Weaver. Excuse me. Ended up getting righted back round after getting spun. Joseph Savage on the inside there of the Camaro. They make contact. A little bit of bumping and banging as we go through. Adam King trying to hold that position. Ekes out ahead for now, but has the outside line into the corner. The BMW still fighting. Oh my goodness, the Camaro with incredible exit speed. Coming onto the Mistral straight now. It's going to be all about the slipstream, but we see the Camaro does not care about that. He's going to tuck in tightly, and he's going to be jumping out very quick, I would imagine. As actually known, he's not. The BMW showing its legs now as we climb our way down the straight. Joseph Savage, maybe... Adam King, I think, is just too far back potentially on this one. As we get ready to come into the back. I know, it builds up. It's a long straight, and now we come into the turn. The BMW firmly ahead, but the switchback there for Adam King gives him the inside line coming into Sector 3, and that should be it, but he goes way too deep into the corner. The AMG decides to follow him as well. The BMW gets the position back. Adam King, though, isn't done just yet. They're both slipping and sliding through the corners. This is some incredible action here for the podium spot. This is the final podium spot for this red plate, or for the red plate drivers. I think it has contended, or has it's slowed for now at the very least. Let's take a look a bit further up as the action is rife. We see Jason Provolone under pressure. Who is that from? That's going to be Luis Castro right in the slipstream, and we see the McLaren of Astiazaron. Yes, I remembered it this time. Astiazaron trying to find what he can, but he goes really deep. Wow, just slips by Luis Castro. Now on the outside line, gonna try to go for the switchback. Maybe, no, sticks on it and takes the long way around. Incredible overtake for Astiazaron there. Luis Castro caught sleeping at the wheel. What is Beamer's top speed? We'll find out as we're gonna be coming onto the Mistral straight soon enough. Keep an eye on this for now. And then we'll hop on here with Joseph Savage. Joseph Savage taking a bit of an alternate line onto the straight. That's going to give him a very poor run, and that's going to give Adam King an opportunity here. Adam King right on his diffuser. As we can see, everybody trying to break the slipstream there. That's what that line of cars moving around is. Beamer here, down the straight, up into 6th gear. Where the heck is the KPH? 259, 261, 2, 3, 4. Wow, and that's a big send from Adam King, even with the 264. There's contact. The BMW forces the Camaro wide onto the rumble strips. The Camaro, wow, or excuse me, the McLaren is way too wide there. Darts back onto the track. This scrap, though, holy smokes. Oh, there's massive contact, but Adam King saves it. Oh my goodness, Adam King is going to need a new change of pants, but he can wait 16 minutes for that. He's definitely not coming into the pits for that. Still scrapping up ahead. Zane Blisket, Potts Weaver going at it as well. Everywhere you look, there's action. Ooh, and that's a big shove. Once again, though, an incredible save. Everybody is on their toes tonight as anyone getting hit immediately. Manages to, okay, I take that back immediately. Exclamation mark curse. Shouldn't have said it. As Potts Weaver has ended up going round as a result. Go back, take a look at that one. Catch the tail end of that. It was a self-inflicted error that started it. The Camaro just gave him a nice punch to, just give him one more little pirouette. But, yeah, definitely call that one a commentator's curse. Sorry, Potts. Now has the likes of Jason Nauber behind him. Ooh, Potts Weaver. Needs to be careful. Tires might be a bit hotter than he's used to after that spin, so maybe a bit slidier than he's used to at this point. And we see here the BMW, which has shown its top speed, but there's battling up ahead from Alex Ishii and Bosworth. Bosworth in the Noobs R Us car. We have the squishy GT car of Alex Ishii here. Side-by-side action ahead as well from Casey Swanseeger and Daniel Versosa. Daniel Versosa looks like he's by, though. Oh, man, we're trying to make it 3 abreast, coming through the Mistral straight into the bend, and there's contact. Casey Swanseeger forces Alex Ishii wide. Alex Ishii is going to plummet through, drops down. We're going to go 3 abreast now into Sector 3. He gets hit again. Alex Ishii is a magnet for contact, and there's actually nothing he could have done. Oh, Alex. Bosworth on the charge now, trying to catch up with Potts Weaver. Alex has to just be like, guys, I know my Audi is like dark, but you can't see me? Taking a look a bit further up the pack. What the heck is Darren Thomas doing in P16? He's dropped 5 positions. He started in P11, and I think he was up further than that at the start. He has managed to find some contact, too. I think he might have been in that pile of McLarens that we saw early on. Battling behind for Professor Kronotis. That's Milos Tansky in the AMG. They're both AMGs. What am I talking about? The T-Swizzle 2022 livery, though, hot on the chase. Why don't we take a look at that livery? Give it the love that it deserves. It needs to be updated to 2023. But Professor Kronotis' specialty there. Of course, with a Trackalicious representation. Any Swifties in chat, am I right? No, probably. Let's forget I said that. What is a group of McLarens called? That's a good question. It wouldn't be a gaggle. A gaggle is how you describe any car. A McLaren's not any car, it's a McLaren. Oh my goodness, speaking of McLarens. What is going on up here? George Elmer, Darren Thomas in the Camaro. It's an American livery versus an American car. What's the most British animal? Or like, what's the most this is a weird question. What's the most scientific animal? Besides humans, obviously. I think that one, yeah. Once again, strange question for chat, but... Would it be like a badger? A badger? Yeah, yes! Okay, thank you. Okay, Roofless and I, we're on the same... That's... a mushroom. What is a group of badgers called? Now, that's what we need to... Whatever a group of badgers is what a group of McLarens is. Let's take a look. It's a seat. So it's a seat of McLarens. Or a set. I think it's a seat or a set. Oh, my send down the inside. What a move there from George Elmer. Oh, what the heck has happened? Oh, Zane Blisket, Adam Kidd, there's carnage. There's contact. Oh my goodness, that was a big hit. I was looking at the other monitor thinking about honey badgers, or badgers to be completely honest. What has happened here? As we see, oh, the Camaro makes contact with the BMW, and then the BMW gets righted round. So actually, everything's kind of all good for the Camaro. He kind of did that to himself, unfortunately. Zane Blisket, a little late on the brakes, accidentally goes into the back of... Who was that? It wasn't Steven Music. It was the BMW of... Where the heck are they? Well, he dropped a lot of positions, didn't he? Or did he? Anyways, where did... It's Alex Ishii, isn't it? Where did Alex Ishii go? No, Alex Ishii's in an Audi. Anyways. A Congress of McLarens? Nah. I think a seat... what do you mean, a seat of McLarens? That makes total sense to me. I mean, honestly, a Pride of McLarens is kind of cool, because it's a very cool car. I'm very biased, though. You're talking to the wrong guy, to be honest, in naming it, because I'm just going to name it something epic. Oh, no! That was... Oh, I saw that one coming from a mile away, unfortunately. Adam King spins Milos Tansky around. We're going to... Oh, well, actually, I don't... Let's take a look at this battle before we go back. I think we are going to see Potts Weaver get by, but I want to go back and see that, because that was... Oh, we unfortunately just catch the tail end of it, but yeah, we saw how close Adam King was following, and Potts Weaver ends up getting by him as a result there. Very unfortunate. I will say the McLaren is a... How fast is the McLaren in a straight line? Oh, Potts Weaver has found... He got a drive-through penalty for that? I'm sorry, but game. What? Oh, never mind. Wait, he got a drive-through penalty for that? Okay. Questionable. That is questionable from the game. Jumping back live here, we see some fighting down the straight. Ooh, Adam King going very slow. I'm assuming that's as a result of that damage. Well, I'll see all that time gained? Yeah, I know. Like, what? I don't... yeah, not... Potts Weaver with a drive-thru. I mean, that sucks for Potts, honestly. That was kind of a... That was kind of a bogus call there. Bad call, ref. Bad call. And the scrapping, though, carries on. Adam King trying to find a nose in this. Oh, nice move there from Casey Swanseeger. Gets firmly ahead. Was a bit contentious there between Riccardo Sapien. Riccardo Sapien now under threat from the wounded Camaro as well. Oh, big moment of oversteer onto the start-finish straight. Slipstream there for the McLaren. Down the inside, we see. Backs out, though. Pottsweaver going to serve his drive-through penalty, presumably next lap. As of the time of picking up the penalty, you have 3 laps to serve it. Otherwise, you will be disqualified. This is going to be the move, though. Pottsweaver down the inside of Sector 1 into the... Wow! Backs out. Adam King there, not giving an inch. And Pottsweaver recognizing that very early on. Oh, and he's way too deep. I do want to see what sort of speed this McLaren is running. We were seeing 264 for the, was it BMW, and 263 for the AMG, and a rapid 236 from the Ginetta. Can't forget to mention that one. It's just a casual, like, 25 kph off of everybody else. 260 and climbing. Oh, well, that was with a slipstream, to be fair, but we're out of it now. 265, 266, 267, 8. Holy nice. What? Nice. Up to 269. All right. The McLaren is an absolute rocket ship. We're going to see Biddulph washing wide. That's going to give the corner there, too. What? Who was that? Oh, that's Alex Ishii. Oh, Alex Ishii rejoining right in front of Milos Tansky. That was really, really close. Milos, luckily, was able to pay mind to that. He's going to have to try to get by Alex Ishii now. A whoosh of McLaren, yes. I think the McLaren might be the fastest car. It was a very quick rejoin. There's no denying that. Very, very quick. Pottsweaver gonna have to serve his drive-through penalty on this next lap. Otherwise, he will be disqualified. I hope he recognizes he has it. I'm sure he does. Ryan Brown side by side with Jeremy Cubbage. Down the start-finish straight. Ryan Brown to the inside line. It's going to be the Audi's corner. The Aston Martin going to have to try to take the long way around. We got 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this race. Jeremy sticking on the inside, gets it nice and deep, but the, wow, 909 with a massive amount of exit speed there. Absolutely flies ahead of Jeremy Cubbage. An energy there for Lizzie Alisea. Lizzie currently down in P38. The number 79 driver. Last lap, lapping a 2:11.6. There we go. Lizzie up on her pace from qualifying. That's what you like to see. Why don't we hop on board here with the Ginetta? I'll give you guys a little top speed of it. Anyone who wasn't here earlier in qualifying when we did the top speed of the Ginetta, just for, you know, comparison's sake or something like that. Also just to kind of laugh at the Ginetta. Oh, that's a little deep. The Ginetta turns, okay. It looked like it was deep, but the Ginetta turns on a dime. Like I say, this thing is basically a go-kart. As we now head down the Mistral Straight. And we are going to hit the rev limiter before or after we get to the bridge? Before we get to the bridge. Nope, 239. All right. Lizzie changed it on her setup a little bit this time around. Last session was 236, so rapid down the straight this time around. 3 kph faster. Oh my goodness. Lizzie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to drive that car here. This is just the worst, probably the worst car for the track. I don't think there's a worse combination. Yeah, you know, just a casual, yeah, 20 kph missing from, you know, any car. Yeah. Bit slow. Alex Ishii and Adam King, these guys, no love lost between the two. I think they made contact earlier on, if I'm not mistaken. And I know for a fact, though, Milos Tansky did. So, these guys back in the scrap. I am curious on the top speed of this Audi. This Audi is going to be under some pressure. We might check Benjamin Biddulph's, but, oh, well, never mind. Adam King Milo Stansky, I should say, made a really weird attempt onto the Mistral straight there. It's really going to compromise their exits. So much to the point that Alex Ishii has pulled an entire second ahead of the two just as a result of one corner. That's a really good example there of pick your battles. You got to know which corners you can and can't make an overtake. Milo Stansky blows by Adam King due to that aero damage. Taking a look at Alex Ishii, I didn't catch the top speed. Dang it, I had one job. Look at this pack of AMGs down here. Oh, I guess the leader's on the final lap. That went pretty quick. Seth Lincoln here trying to make the move onto Andy Oak. Has to be careful with Jacob Little right behind. Oh, Jacob Little with a big moment of oversteer. Manages to catch it, though. Those tires are definitely worked for Jacob Little. Thank you, Volts 340, for the follow. Much appreciated. Cue the Jaws music. We'll say there, we do see Jacob Little and also Seth Lincoln falling back. Oh my goodness. Oh, what? Jacob! Let's go back and see that one again at a different angle. Let's hop on board, in fact. This will be the best angle. As he washes wide. Dude, you gotta give him space to rejoin. Jacob, come on. You know there's gonna be a car on the inside, man. Oh, no, 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 no. No, Ryan Brown gives Seth Lincoln a shove. Oh, it's carnage on the final lap here. You always have to leave it a space. Always have to leave it a space. As I think we're gonna see here from Seth Lincoln. Oh, there was no oh my goodness, the 909. Not just one tap, but two taps, just to really make sure that Seth Lincoln got spun around there. Can't have competition take him out. I don't think any of those were intentional. Let me just say that right off the bat. Also, Milo Stansky has picked up a drive-through penalty on the final lap. That's going to result in a 30-second penalty come the end of this race. The leader has finished the race. That's Dan Brace, comes across the line. Kevin Rivera with Miles Sewell right behind him. Wilson Fernandez in fourth. Casey Schutte fifth. Miguel Astiazaron in P8, but dropping because of why? Why is he dropping? What? Wait, we're not across the checkered flag yet. What? What just happened? So there's contact between the AMG and the McLaren. Then there's the Aston gets by. Paula Brady joins the scene. There's cars stopped. Paula Brady rear ends the AMG that's stopped in the middle of the road for no reason. And Paula Brady hits the throttle and hits Seth Lincoln. Oh my goodness, guys. Guys and gals. Oh. Oh. We're at the checkered flag. Nonetheless, Dan Brace comes across the line for first. Kevin Rivera second. Miles Sewell in third in terms of the rookie class. We have Kevin Yu in first position, Joseph Savage in second, and Casey Swanseger in third. Is that the order they were on the final lap? I have no idea. I'm going to be completely honest. Out of gas? That very well could be hits. I didn't think about that. But I have no idea what just happened. Most drivers now came across the line. We're almost done. Lizzie Alicea, the Puerto Rican driver, comes across the line, P38. And last but not least is going to be Eric Wolf in the AMG, the number 97 for P39. You was for... Okay, but what happened to the rest of the field, though, is my question. I don't think that was the positions on the start of the final lap. We're going to find out. So we're looking for Kevin Yu, Joseph Savage, and Casey Swanseger. Did I say Schutte? I think I said Schutte on accident. So we will wait for them to gather in the green room. We're also looking for the top 3, Dan Brace, Kevin Rivera, and Miles Sewell as well.
Green light, go, go, go.
We have Miles Sewell, we have Kevin Rivera, we have Casey Swanseeger currently.
What up?
Welcome. Casey.
Yes.
Casey, were you in P3 on the start of the final lap?
I don't know. If I'm not, you can kick me out. Jeremy told me to come in here.
Well, no, it's not that. That's not it. It's more, did you see that last lap chaos? Were you in?
No.
You weren't. Okay, so you were in the start of, okay, so you got by all that. What the heck? All right.
I don't know.
But you had a really great race. You had some awesome battles on track there, Casey.
Oh, thanks. I hit Potts Weaver. I gotta go apologize for that.
Bad boy.
Yeah.
It happens. But yeah, no, dude, great job. I mean, that's another podium. I think you can add that up to your podium list. It's starting to become a regularity, I would say, for you.
Yeah, I guess.
You sound absolutely thrilled. I'm so glad to hear it, Casey.
Oh, he's just, this is just too easy for me.
Oh, yeah, there we
Sounds
go.
like.
Sounds like you're going to be moving out of the rookies here soon enough, and you'll be eating your words. But anyways, yeah, why don't we take a look here at not our race leader. Unfortunately, I don't think Dan Brace, he doesn't really join the Discord. So take a look at our P2, Kevin Rivera, the Puerto Rican driver.
Hello.
Dude, I didn't quite catch it, but I saw at the end, were you and Miles, were you guys battling?
All 3 of us with Fernandez.
Oh, yeah.
My
The
goodness.
entire race.
Well, I didn't catch a minute of it because there was too much action happening on track elsewhere. Sorry.
I was listening to the stream. I'm like, really, Mike? You're worried about how the speed of a car when we're here 3 wide?
Look, it's a tough job I got here, okay?
You missed some good battling. Let's just say me and Rivera here, we went too wide through the fast right-hander.
Oh, my.
And somehow neither of us got a track cut.
Or we didn't touch.
Yeah, we didn't touch either.
Awesome. I mean,
And then
that's
Fernandez
pretty
in that
insane.
battle, we were all just switching positions all the time.
Oh man, there's so much action that had happened in this race. I will say is absolutely incredible. Miles, you got anything to add? Sounds like you and Kevin had a very similar race.
Crap. I don't even know. This is probably the most, well, at least this season, is the most fun race I've had. I mean, I was battling with Rivera on both races, and Fernandez found pace after the first race and just came into the mix, and me and him were fighting because once I went too wide with Rivera through the fast right, Fernandez just took advantage of it and just outbroke me into the, I don't know what it's called, that horseshoe looking thing. And yeah, this was a crazy race, but I loved it.
Awesome. Just trying to find someone to raid right now. I don't know, is Mike Patrick, are you still in chat? Are you going to keep streaming? I don't think you are. It doesn't look like you are. But yeah, thank you guys. Congratulations on your podium. I'm not seeing any more interviewees coming in, so you guys are free to go. Big shout out Casey Swanseeger, Kevin Rivera, and Miles Sewell here in the booth with me. Thank you guys.
Thanks,
All
Mike.
right, man. Take care.
Have a good one.
Later.
All right, chat. You're back to mine. So, we're going to be looking for a raid here. Trying to find one. Jake, are you going live or no? So you're probably not going live since you're in chat, if I had to guess. So we're going to raid the Apollo Racing Club. I'm assuming they're getting down to the closing. Oh, here we go. We'll raid someone I've never raided before. We're going to raid Sirsadum. I'm not pronouncing that right. But anyways, let's go check that out. So, if you guys want to go join me, thank you guys very much for being here tonight. Thank everyone for the subscriptions. You guys are absolutely awesome. All the follows, all the subs. Can't thank you guys enough. You guys really make this possible. Thank everyone in chat for being here, chatting with me, making this entertaining. And I hope everyone has a great night, great evening, great day, wherever you are in this fine world. And take it easy. And Gareth Johnson, hi, but bye as well. Sorry. Thank you guys.